Hi everyone, welcome back, and I'm Tom Slivick with Terry Nielson. How you doing, Terry?
Hey Tom, how you doing?
Good to see you again. You know, last time you were here, the IRS was just becoming investigated. I think we just found out that it seemed to be they were slow walking the 501(c)(4 process for groups called the Tea Party, or had words in them like Patriot or
9/12, yeah.
Right, and that seemed to be borne out. I know there was maybe some confusion added because it's wait, there was a few Democratic groups, I shouldn't call it Democrat groups, that were also in there, but I think there was 4 compared to hundreds of Tea Party local Tea Party chapters and groups like that. So. And it seems to me, from what I understand, I'm sorry, I'm going to set this up, and I don't want to do all the talking, but in the last budget, that the language was put in there to change the things that a 401(c)(4 could do. Now, we're going to find out some of those words from you, but just people that know that I did Tom McClintock's
Town Hall,
right? And you asked a question there, and I thought it was very pertinent, and I called you up. Alan, would you play that?
Yes. Can you comment on the new rules that the IRS are coming up with for the 501(c)(4s?
Yeah, basically they want to silence dissent. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I mean, for generations, we have recognized that civic groups that are participating in the public policy debate serve an absolutely vital public purpose. That's how our country is guided. It's guided by a great discussion that goes on among the American people. The groups that promote this public policy discussion, from the right and the left, are absolutely integral to that process. So we exempt them from taxation. And again, mainly, these are groups that pass around the hat at meetings just to pay for the rental of the hall. To suddenly suggest that these groups can no longer participate in the public policy debate, that individuals cannot pool their resources to participate in that debate, to buy an ad in the newspaper, to buy an ad on local cable or radio, is going to lengths that George III never dared to go. George III never dared to tax public assemblies. But our government is now proposing to do so, and that's only after they tried to shut down the Tea Party through intimidating tactics that are anathema to any free society.
Okay, so that was the clip. What did you think?
Well, I appreciate him supporting us in trying to stop this for us. It's kind of discouraging that they're even attempting to do this. I mean, I have the rules right here, Tom.
Okay.
That they propose. Can I share them with you?
Sure.
Okay. They prohibit the use of words like oppose, vote, support, defeat, or reject. We're not allowed to use those words.
Okay.
Prohibits mentioning on a website, email, communication letter that reaches over 500 people or more the name of a candidate for office within 30 days of a primary or 60 days before a general election.
Let me just insert here. We all know, we hear all the time that most of the time, most people are way too busy with their life, and unless they're a political junkie, they're not even on board with knowing who the candidates are
Absolutely.
for 60 days before the general election.
Absolutely. Here's another rule. Prohibits mentioning the name of a political party within 30 days before a primary, 60 days before a general election, if the party has a candidate in the race. If Peace and Freedom has no candidate, we could talk about them. But if they have a candidate, we can't talk about them.
Okay.
Prohibits voter registration drives or conducting a nonpartisan get-out-the-vote drive.
Okay, so that's one of the things that I know I've been at, some of the Tea Party where you have speakers up, and you have the tables in the back, and you have, would you like to sign up to vote? And,
That's right.
All right. And it seemed to me, we see them in front of, we see them a lot. I thought we were trying to get as many people to vote as possible.
That's what I thought. That's what the other side seems to think, that we're the ones trying to stop it.
Okay. Let's hear
Okay,
some more of
okay.
through the looking glass rules.
Okay. Prohibit creating or distributing voter guides outlining how incumbents vote on particular bills.
Wow. So we can't
We
bring
can't-
up records
That's
of how
right.
they vote. Okay.
That's right. Prohibit hosting candidates for any office at any event. In other words, we can't have a debate, including debates, charitable fundraisers, 30 days before primary, 60 days before a general election, if the candidate is part of the election.
Okay.
Restricts employees or volunteers of an organization from volunteering in a campaign.
Okay. So meaning like you're an officer, you can't work for a specific candidate.
Correct.
Okay.
Even as
But a member could.
a member could,
Okay.
but an officer can't.
Okay.
Okay. Prohibits distributing any materials prepared on behalf of a candidate.
All right.
Okay. Restricts the ability for officers and leaders of an organization to publicly speak about incumbents, legislation, or voting records.
Okay.
We can't even speak of that.
It certainly seems that this is, as Tom McClintock pointed out, Congressman, saying that this is restricting our right of assembly.
Yes, it is.
I mean, political assembly especially. And in today's world, the way that we communicate with more people is we do email and we do talk.
Gather together and
Gather
talk
together.
about
And so this is aimed, I believe, at all 501(c)(4)s.
Yes.
Correct?
Correct.
It's not just Tea Party specific, but would it
All
seem like
five-
Karl Rove would have a hard time with
yes,
this group?
I believe he's a C4 also.
Okay, so how about, Media
There-
Matters?
Media Matter that's on the other side. There's Freedom Works, Senate Conservative Fund is some, Tea Party Express are. Those are more money handlers. They're basically bypassing the parties to give to candidates.
Okay.
We don't do that.
At the same time, though, they are, I'm not quite sure why that should be illegal.
Yeah,
I mean, they're a PAC, in other words,
That's right.
They're a PAC that must be a 501(c)(4) or
Yeah.
4C. Okay.
Well, what's really surprising is unions
Okay.
are exempt from this. They're 501c5. They can do this all day long. And
So
what are we-
teachers group,
Exactly. All these unions, public unions, private unions, they can all do this. And what are we any different from them? We're representing a segment of the population and trying to give them voice. So why are we different? The thing is, we didn't want to be a campaigning organization.
somebody's pointing out to me, it would almost seem that the only people that could speak freely are the parties.
Exactly right.
All right.
They're trying
So, I know the Tea Party, and there's a big movement, not just the Tea Party, probably for a lot of people, independents as well. The plea would be, don't send your money to the party. Pick your candidate and send your money to the candidate. Now, obviously, that's not outlawed.
No, but it's not liked by the
But
parties.
if you can't, gather and say these are people that we like, or be able to put that out in mass, or I don't know, like you say, getting an aggregate together. It seems to me like our hands are pretty tied, and I'm using us in that, not meaning us, but the American people. Right.
That's right. That's right.
And
There's a couple more things here. Let me go on.
okay.
Let's see. Restricts the ability of officers and leaders of such organizations to make public statements regarding nominations of a judge.
Okay.
Create a 90-day blackout period on an election year that restricts speech for 501c4s.
I would assume that these are going to be put in a court of law. Some attorney or some group is going to
Well, I
pursue
sure
this,
hope
wouldn't
so. I sure hope our congressman does too.
they? Okay. Now, I believe we have a just maybe a minute left. The Tea Party had joined a suit with the NorCal Tea Party.
Correct.
What's the status of that suit now?
We've been told we won't hear for years.
Okay.
And that's basically is just kind of way out there, and we're not going to hear anything.
Have you talked with them of anything about, does anybody know if what the actual status of this is?
No, it's going through the public comment period at this time.
Okay. I believe I have Congressman Tom McClintock going to be here in the studio, or somehow we're going to be talking after the retreat that's going on this weekend, and we'll find out what's happening there. So,
I'll be watching.
okay, so stay here. We'll be following this, and it seems to me like Alice in Wonderland. Thanks for watching.